Yo, I'm Micks Mowers, Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, got a little package come through the post from Teslong, which is an inspection camera for your Android and Apple devices. It's got 9.8 feet of flexible cable. It's also got an 8.5mm lens. It's got adjustable LEDs, and it is IP waterproof rated 67. We've got some specs on the back of it. As I say, 9.8mm length in cable. It's got a flexible snake cable, so when you bend it, it will stay in position. The camera diameter is 8.5mm long. Viewing angle, 58 degrees. Resolution is 1280 by 960. And it's also got 8 LED adjustments. It's compatible for your phones and your iPads and what have you. But the advantage to this is you don't have a separate device to hold it to. You can just plug it straight in to your phone. Okay, so here's the box. Tells you exactly what it says on the tin. There's some specs there, and over the other side of the box there's some more specs there as well. Tells you exactly what you need to know, which is fantastic. Open the box up. Now what I like about this is that you don't have to hold a separate big device. That's what I like about it, especially guys I work on small engines. If you work on bigger engines, it might be a bit different, but I like to have my sort of hands free where I can. Got your safety warning card there. Make sure you read that through. Make sure you work safely and all that sort of good stuff. So you've got a safety warning card. You've also got a user manual there, so we'll be flicking through that very, very shortly. And then this comes in a little tiny polythene bag. Here's a bag. Comes in a tiny polythene bag, and here's your cable. And there's nine feet of this cable pretty much. So it comes with little tiny Velcro straps, which is quite a nice little idea. Now this would have been even better if it come with a little tiny hard plastic box or one of those sock things that you can put it in, so it's all together, because this cardboard over time is going to deteriorate. That is the only thing that I can think of so far that sort of hold me up. I've got to keep this as is like that, which is okay if you've got a place where you've got a nice drawer for it. That's fine. So it's a pro and con for some and pro and con for others. It's up to you. On the end of here, you've got your Apple and Android fittings both there. So you've got your Apple one there and then your Android one there. So it's a fast charger one too, that sort of fitting, you know what I mean? A micro USB-C, I think they call it. And it's also got your standard Apple one there. There it is there. So that either just plugs on top if you're Apple. If you don't want Apple, you want someone else, there you go, you got that there. So that's simple. With regards to the end of your cable here, there's your LEDs there, which I shall show working in a little while. There's your LEDs and there's your camera inside. Now what I like about this, and this is the only reason I wanted to review it, because I work on lots of small engines, and sometimes the endoscopes, the end of these, can be quite a good size, and getting them into places where you want to get them for small engines is not always easy. So you just remove this outer sleeve, that comes off, okay? Put that down. Now you've got you've got 2 or 3 attachments, okay? In this little tiny tub. So you've got a little tiny attachment here which can screw on. So let's just say you drop something and you're able to hook it. You can screw that on. You can then see through the camera, which is just down the side here, and then you can try and hook it on the end of a hook. That's quite a good little feature. I quite like that. There's another feature here. Let's just say you've been drilling something out and you drop a screw inside a cylinder head or something like that. You can then put this little kiddie on. Put that attachment on there, and not only can you then see through to a degree, but it's also got a little tiny magnet as well, so you can actually pick something up. If you drop something, I don't think this is quite heavy, this screwdriver. You can just put that down and it will pick it up to a certain degree. That is quite heavy, so obviously you won't be working in areas like that, but it does pick it up. There you go, it does pick it up. So that's pretty good. So I quite like that feature. Okay, where if you know what it's like if you work on carburetors. Oh, you put it all back together, you drop the screw in. Oh my lord. Well, if it's magnetic, then that little tiny one there could save your day. Right, that's a good little device. Now this is the reason why I wanted it, is because this has got a 90-degree mirror scope on it, so you can put that one on, and then it gives you like a cloud effect, like a bubble, but you can see there's the image of the camera just there, and you can see left and right as well, so that's pretty good. We just rotate the camera around to check the inside of cylinders and what have you. That's the reason why I wanted that. So let's leave it all on there for now. Let's go over to my phone. I'll get my phone and I'll show you what you need to do. Right, so using this is as is, right? I have installed it and I've uninstalled it again. So this is how quick and easy it is, right? There's your user manual. It's got more specs on there for you. It tells you exactly what's going on the booklet, okay? And it's not a very, very, very big booklet, but there's plenty of information there for you, okay? So in the booklet, open it up and you'll see you've got the lead there, and then you also got this QR code here for your Apple and Android. So I'm just going to get my phone. Let me just unlock my phone. Right, and find my camera, because my camera's mine's a smartphone. So all you've got to do is just find your camera and then put your camera in front of that app and it'll come up with the website. Right, click that. And then it'll take you off to your relevant store. So I'm just going to put down and go for Google Play, that's my relevant store. And I want to install this Use Plus app. Right, we're going to install that. Now just give that 2 or 3 minutes just to install. It doesn't take long. 64%, 95, 100%, done. Right, so I'm happy with that. And we're going to open that app up. Okay. You've got a bit of agreeing to do here. Do you agree to for the pros and cons? Yes, we do. And then it is bang. Now it says straight away your device is not connected straight away. Okay. So let's just put that down there. We're going to get my device, which is on the Android fitting, and we're going to plug the device into the phone. Move that cable out of the way just a touch, so I can manage it a bit better. Because it is a snake cable, so it will sort of fix in place. So I'm going to plug that in. Boom. Sit that down there like that, and straight away the LED light came on. Okay. Let me just remove this filter first here. Okay. Because that's a 90-degree angle. I want to see it straight up. Let's put that other cover back on just to protect the LEDs. Right, there you go. So we've got our LED, that's already come on, okay? Let's go back into the app. So back into the app, it says, open Freeze Plus handle Supercam, okay. We're going to open that up, boom, and there it is. So there's our camera. You've got to twist it round a bit. That's upside down, but you've just got to manipulate the lead round until you get it up the way you want it. All right, so here's me. There's me. Let's put it down there. There you go. It's roughly around the right way. That way around there like that. That's cool. So there you go. So we've got our camera, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all for what it is. Now you've got a few little tiny bits here. You can zoom in and what have you by pushing this button here down here in the bottom corner. You can zoom in. Okay, that's pretty good. We like that. Right, a bit of zoomage. You can take photographs or video. So you can click video and then hit the old button there, and it will start to take allow that. Yeah. It will then start to take videos. It's recording up the top of the screen up here, you see. So you can take videos if you want to show someone some evidence or whatever. You can then stop the video, and you've got it over here on the other side. So you can then play that video back. It's just there. Here it is. So there's the first bit when I was mucking about. Let's have a look if we can find a video. Videos have been here. Here it is. There's a video. So videos on the top side of it. And it's just do what it's normally doing. That's not me moving it about. Here's my camera here, so you can see it's doing its business. There you go. So it's not me moving the camera about. All right, so you've got a video on there. That's pretty cool. We like that. I like that a lot. That little feature. Let's go back. Back again. Back again. And then we're back into the main side of it. What else have we got? We've got here. So if you are like this, right? And you want to turn it around, you can spin it around to whatever angle you want. So you don't have to move a camera. So the camera will move it for you. You've got different colours as well. So you might have a bit of blur going on, a bit of different stuff like that. That's pretty good. Or you can split the screen as well. How cool is that? You can put it onto the side. So if you have your phone up like this, then that's pretty cool. So I quite like that. You also got a settings feature here as well, where you can just choose the language you're speaking. I speak in English. And that's pretty much all there is at the moment for settings. So what I would like to see is it says LEDs on the front. It did say LEDs brightness is what it said, didn't it? Did I read that right? Adjustable LEDs. Right, let's find out how you adjust your LEDs then. The device is connected. Photographs. Let's have a look here. If that doesn't do it. Take photographs, okay. So how do you adjust your LEDs then? Right, this could be a thing. So what I do is I'm going to go off to my user manual and I'm going to find out how to adjust the LEDs. Okay, so I've just been going through the instruction manual, right, because I was struggling to find how you adjust your LEDs. Now, it's quite important, you know, for two reasons. One, if you're going to advertise a piece of kit as adjustable LEDs, it should have adjustable LEDs, right? Going through the actual manual itself, right, and I've read it throughout, right, I've read the whole lot, which is not very comprehensive, as I say, but there's enough information there for you. It tells you all the specs, that's fine. It tells you what the cable's all about. It tells you how to set the piece of kit up, and then it tells you your app features, right? Use a camera, photograph, enter the app settings, whatever, blah 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 blah, right? It says here, these are your instructions. You got your back button, number 1. You got your rotate 90-degree angle, number 2. You got your black and white imagery, colour, 3. Your split screen mode, 4. You've got your albums, number 5, down here. You got your photograph or video button there. You got your zoom, 1, 1.5 and 2, and your take photograph or video button there. Doesn't say anything about how to do your LEDs. So I'm a bit despondent that you've actually labelled something as adjustable LEDs right there. You can't adjust it. But that's not to say it's a bad product. It would have been nice to have adjustable if it says it has, because sometimes you get a bit of shine and you like to turn the brightness down a touch just so it stops the glare. But there you go. Just want to point that out. It's maybe a negative for some and not for others, but all in all, I think so far this is quite good. So let's put it in the engine and see what it does. Right, so over here I have a rather nice little old engine here. I think it's a Villiers with Villiers carb and Villiers exhaust on there. So quite a nice little machine here. It's been sat in my shed for around about, I'd say 3 years. So I'm going to get the endoscope here, the inspection camera, and up the top here you'll find that there's a piston spark plug hole there. Let me try and bring that camera a bit closer for you. So we're going to go into the actual piston itself, or towards the cylinder head. I'm going to go on in, and straight away you can see there's one of the valves just down yonder. There's a valve. Going a bit more, and the piston will be over the far side. So if you're not quite getting the image you want, you can then just change the way in which it's set up. So just turn it round. We'll try going around this way. So you can see quite well inside there. And a bit deeper. It's hard. You try to move the phone rather than the camera. But you can sort of see what I'm saying. There's a nice big valve. There's a valve there. See. So you can actually leave that there. If you were unsure, you maybe had a sticky valve in place, you can just manipulate the camera around to about there. Then you can just turn the flywheel, and you can see the valve start to move. You see, so that's quite good. The cylinder, the piston's right at the other side, so I can't see that that piston. It's just not able to do it. So if I then change and put the other one on, the other connection, which is the 90-degree angle one. Let me just undo that very quickly whilst you're watching my fingers on camera. And I'm going to put the 90-degree angle one on. Now you see how you get a bit of a mirror image. That's just a mirror. So turn that on it goes. So now I'm going to put that in. So we now go down sideways. You start to see there's a threads to the spark plug. Okay, we can now go down into the cylinder and just have a squidge about, and that would be, there's a valve. Yeah, so there's a valve there, one valve there. That's your intake, and your exhaust is over the far side there. So my piston would be over there. So there's my piston. So you can actually, with this, change the angle in which you're actually seeing. So that's pretty cool. I quite like that feature. So if I leave that just there, maybe hold it there, I'll try and turn this this flywheel without upsetting too much. Just upset the camera because I was moving stuff. Where's the piston gone? Let's go back into there. Let's find that piston. There it is there. So now you can now see the piston moving up and down. Right. So that's piston down. Piston coming back up in a minute. Here comes the piston. There it is there. See it moving on the screen? So now what you can do is when you get that piston to its lowest point, here it comes back up again, you can now push the piston down. That's top dead center. Push the piston down, 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 and then you can try to get that a better angle all the way in to have a look at this, look at that cylinder bore. Okay, now I'm actually quite impressed with that. Quite impressed with that a lot, actually. Right, so that was actually in black and white. So now I've just attached the 90-degree angle with the colour mode on, which you can change here. I think that's colour. Yeah, that's black and white. You can change between the two. Just double check that doesn't actually adjust the LEDs. No, it doesn't. Right, okay. Right. So now we can go in with the 90-degree angle on colour. So there's your spark plug threads. You can check all your threads are all okay. We can go into a cylinder head. Boom. That's inside the cylinder head. Now we have a little look around by just touching the button. Let's go down in there a bit deeper. There you go. Right. So there's a cylinder the piston right over there. I can see that. Let me just turn that engine over. Yeah, you can see the piston moving up and down. There it is there. That's good. There's a valve, just knocked it. So that's pretty good. So let's now try the retrieving the object. Let me just get set up. I'll come back to you. Okay, so now I'm going to attach the magnet one onto the front of this device here. And I'm hoping, I'll drop the screw in as you saw, I'm hoping now we can now retrieve that screw. Now it's quite a tight work area. It's going down through. A bit of something there, what's that? That's not it. Where is Mr. Screw? There it is. See it. Has that got it? Right, so now I think I've got it. Gently, gently. Has that got it? Let's have a look. There you go. Pick the screw as well. Absolutely beautiful. So if you actually have something stuck in there, you could quite possibly save about 15 hours work by using a magnet as well. Okay, so there's your review on your Teslong inspection camera. Pros and cons. Would I buy it? Yes, I would. I think I would actually. I have got another one which is from a different company, which has its own monitor, and the cable's really, really thick, and I find it hard to negotiate it best I can. It's okay for bigger jobs, but this is great for small engines. This is what I wanted it for. So I quite like the snake cable where it holds its position. Wherever you put it, it'll hold its position. I quite like that. I like the fact it's got Apple and Android. So if your mate wanted to borrow it, you've got Apple phone, he's got Android. You just go, boom, there you go. Give it back to me when you're finished. I like that. Usability for the app, I quite like that as well, as long as the app is supported. I like the way you can go from black and white to colour. I like the way you can rotate it 90 degrees at any one time. I like the way you can store your camera images and your videos, and you can share them too there on your phone, so you can just go, yeah, here's a problem, bomb, 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 send it off to your mate, so that's a problem with the machine, or found your keys or whatever. I quite like that. I like the way they put a little tiny capsule in here to store all your attachments. So put that one away, that goes on the bottom of there. I definitely like the magnet feature. I like the hook feature. I like most of it, okay? To be fair, people will say, you're going to say that, Mick, because you got it for nothing. It's not about that. This is about usability. I will use this piece of kit for checking in small engines, bits and pieces, or any other jobs around the home where I think this is able to do so. With 9 feet of cable too. The only one downside I think I've got on the whole lot is it says on the tin, adjustable LEDs. Now, before I knock it too hard, if it is adjustable LEDs, put it in the comment section down below how you adjust your LEDs. But I looked in all the manuals, I looked through all the bits on the app. It does not say anywhere where you can adjust them LEDs. As far as I'm concerned, I couldn't find it, therefore it doesn't exist. If you're going to put something on the tin that says it's adjustable, it should be adjustable. Simple as that. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. It would have been nice if it came in a little tiny plastic box so you can put it out the way. It's stored, it's done. So I'm now left with this, which has got to fit into this box here. And we all know what's going to happen to this cardboard box. Over time, that cardboard box is going to deteriorate. It would have been nice to have a little tiny plastic case box for it, or even one of them little tiny sock bags or string bags you put them in, just so it doesn't get scratched and it's up out the way and what have you. But apart from that, I like the way it pulled the screw out the cylinder. Yeah, you might have to go fishing around for it, but it definitely pulled it out. That's a massive plus for me, because I'm always, you know when you're putting a carburetor down, you get your screw and screwdriver and you go, and you just get knocked and the screw goes straight down in there. I like that feature a lot. You can see the screw straight in, pick it up, done. So I quite like that. All in all, I'd give it around about an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Quite like it, and I'll be using that in the future. So if you want to pick yourself up a Teslong inspection camera, you can do so by following the links in the description and in the comment section. There'll be a link there where this company is selling these. They're around about 35 quid, somewhere in there. If it's for you, pick it up. I hope this review did help you. If it did help you, give a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, whack the old bell, and set your notifications to all. That way you'll be notified next time I upload another video. I look forward to the next episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon. But until then, guys and girls, much more importantly, take it easy.